Hello students, through this video I am going to put focus on the poem A Photograph from Your Hornbill. This poem is composed by Shirley Towson, who was born on 20th May 1924 in Henley-on-Thames, England. As the daughter of Douglas Horsfall Dixon and Marjorie Brown, she had a huge passion on writing and was greatly influenced by her father, who was a writer too. She secured a BA on literature from Brockenhurst College in London in the year 1953. Shirley Towson's poem, A Photograph, is a tribute to her mother. The poem describes three stages in the passage of time. In the first stage, the photograph shows the poet's mother standing at the beach enjoying her holiday with her two girl cousins. She was around 12 years old at that time. The second stage takes us 20 or 30 years later. The mother would laugh at the way she and her cousins were dressed up for the beach holiday. In the third stage, the poet remembers the dead mother with a heavy heart. The photograph revives a nostalgic feeling in the poet. Now, let us look at the lines of the poetry of stanza 1. The cardboard shows me how it was when the two girl cousins went paddling, each one holding one of my mother's hands, and she, the big girl, some 12 years or so. The cardboard in these lines mean it is a very stiff paperboard on which the photograph was pasted. Paddling means walking through shallow water in bare feet, and the poet's mother is referred to as the big girl as she was the eldest among the three girls. Now, the explanation of the above lines. An old photograph of the poet's mother, which was pasted on cardboard, makes the poet recall the old memories of her mother's childhood. The photograph is a depiction of her mother's enjoyable moments at a sea beach with her two cousins who were younger to her. They were walking in shallow water with bare feet near the beach. The mother was standing in the middle and holding hands of her two cousins who were standing on each side. The poet's mother was 12 years old then. It shows that the photograph was very old, but the poet has kept it very carefully as it reminded her of sweet memories of her mother's childhood. The photograph also indicates how enjoyable her mother's childhood was. Now, the second stanza of the poem. All three stood still to smile through their hair at the uncle with the camera, a sweet face, my mother's, that was before I was born, and the sea, which appears to have changed less, was their terribly transient feat. Now, the meanings of the words which have existed in the stanzas. Still, without moving or shaking, smile through. Smiling faces could be seen through their hair, which was flying over their faces. Terribly, extremely, transient, temporary, lasting only for a short time. Now, the explanation of the above lines. The photograph shows that all three girls, the poet's mother and her two cousins, stood still and smiled at the camera when their uncle clicked their photograph at the sea beach. As the weather was windy at that time, their hair was flying over their smiling faces. The expression on the faces of the poet's mother and her cousins was that of happiness and enjoyment. The mother was looking very pretty at that time, and the photograph was taken a long time ago. Everything has changed since her mother grew up. Now she was dead, and the poet was reviving her memories. The only thing that has remained unchanged is the sea, which was washing the feet of all three girls. The mention of the word transient indicates the ever-changing lives of human beings as well as the shortness of their stay on this world. In contrast to the eternality of nature, the girl's life changed drastically during this period, but the sea has not changed. The stanza beautifully explains the transient nature of human beings. Now, the third stanza. Some 20-30 years later, she would laugh at the snapshot. See, Betty and Dolly, she'd say, and look how they dressed us for the beach. The sea holiday was her past, mine is her laugher, both free, with the labored ease of loss. Now let us discuss the word meanings which existed in this stanza. Here, snapshot means photograph. Labored achieved after a lot of hard work. Ease, comfort. Now the explanation of the above lines. Even 20-30 years later, the mother would look at the photograph and laugh nostalgically, remembering the happy memories of her past. Mother would look at the photograph and comment on the dress worn by the cousins, Dolly, Betty, and herself. Sea Holiday was her mother's past, and her mother's laughter has become a thing of the past for the poet, as her mother was now dead. The poet still remembers how her mother would laugh at the photograph, remembering the sea holiday with a fondness as well as a sense of loss, because that time would never come back. In the same way, poet feels nostalgic thinking about her mother and her laughter, which has become a thing of the past. The words labored and ease are opposite to each other but describe the same entity, loss. Now, the last stanza. Now she has been dead nearly as many years as that girl lived, and of this circumstance there is nothing to say at all. It's a silence, silences. Now let us look at the meanings of the above paragraph. Circumstance, situation, silences made someone unable to speak. And now the explanation of the last stanza. The poet recalls that it is nearly 12 years since her mother died. The poet is consumed with grief but is left with no words to express her loss and pain. The poet is totally absorbed in memories of her dead mother. The painful silence of this situation leaves the poet speechless. The poet can feel the grief but is unable to express it through words. The silence caused by death makes the atmosphere gloomy, where no one is able to utter words. Now, let us look at the poetic devices used in the poem A Photograph. An allusion is a reference or an incidental mention of something either directly or by implication. An example of allusion in this poem is cardboard, which actually refers to the photograph. Alliteration is the repetition of the initial letter, generally a consonant of several words marking the stressed syllable in a line of poem. Examples of alliteration in this poem are stood still to smile, terribly transient, its silence, silences, etc. Now, transferred epithet. A transferred epithet is a description that refers to a character or event but is used to describe a different situation or character. Transient feet is an example of the transferred epithet in the poem. It refers to human feet, but it is used to describe lack of permanence of human life. Oxymoron. In this literary device, there are two opposite ideas that are joined to create an effect. Labored ease in the poem is an example of an oxymoron. Labored meaning with great difficulty and ease means comfortably. Both words have opposite meanings, but here they are clubbed together. And in the last, personification. The example is it's a silence, silences. The situation has been given the human quality of silence. So students, hence it is the conclusion of the poem.